Hey guys, this is Oracle Daphne doing the monthly horoscope of October 2014 for all you lovely Tauruses out there. Fingers crossed for me not crying through this one. I've been crying through yours, Tauruses, and Capricorns. It's tough stuff you guys are dealing with. But let's see. I hope that things are going good for you guys, and I hope that October is a better month. I'm just gonna roll out. Somebody complained that I wasn't showing my shuffle. This is me shuffling. Everybody shuffles different. This is how I do it. The thing is, I don't like to shuffle too long on a video. I like to get right into it. So chances are I've already shuffled these. We can even cut the deck for you guys. All right, here it goes. Here it comes. Just bear with me. And somebody else asked me, well, why am I looking down? Why am I, sort of turning to the side? Well, I'm shooting this way because I don't have any furniture. I sit on my bed. I have a bed, and that's all. That's just it. That's how I'm rolling right now. And then I shoot this way because I do a Celtic cross spread, which takes up a lot of space. Actually, you don't realize how I like to spread it out. So in order to sort of spread out, I need to do it to the side. That's just a few comments there. It looks like you guys are actually going to have a really good month. Mid-month may be a little bit troublesome, but to begin with, you've got a lot of good stuff happening, and this makes me happy for you. For you Taurus musicians, this is the girl playing the piano. If you've always wanted to play the piano, or you always wanted to get into music, this is you. Okay, this is you guys. And you're dreaming. You're making up music in your head. You're a songbird. There's a star in the tree, which is interesting. It's almost like it's a portal, too. I kind of get it. I know what it is. So I've never actually seen it before like this. But the interesting thing is that this tree there is like this, what I would consider to be a mirror here. It could be a portal, but in this reading, it is a mirror, and it's reflecting her, and she is the star. So instead of her reflection being in there, it's the star. She is the star. So you're the star. You may be, a concert pianist. You may be someone who's in doing competitions. I used to do piano competitions myself, and, recitals and things like that all the time. You may be doing that, and you may be quite young, 16, 15 even, maybe 14, or even a few years younger. I feel like you're in your teens or even early 20s. You could be in college still. But music, if you're not like a concert pianist, music is important to you. So whether you play it on the radio, you listen to it in your car, or you have like a whole crazy music collection, which I kind of feel like you do, because Tauruses can go really crazy on their collections. Tauruses can be like the big collectors, music collectors too. They don't mess around. Tauruses are the ones that have like every CD that's ever been, and they have rare records too. They're like the records collectors of the zodiac. They're the person that has like all those old records from 1950 on, and they have them all like alphabetized and organized, and it's just, I don't know. I kind of get a feeling like Taurus, you've got your own record collection or CD collection, or just, you also collect rare music, music that maybe like other people haven't heard of. Stuff that's really different, but you really get into it. You love it. And this card is also, because she's dreaming too. She's playing the piano, but she's dreaming. She's in like kind of like a dreamy, dreamlike state. So This card represents like everything you can dream of. It's the dream. It's the big dream to be a star, to be something bigger than you are, to go for something big. 3 words are magic, music, and beauty. Beauty is important to Tauruses because Tauruses are ruled by Venus. So Tauruses love, beautiful fabrics. They love, concerts. They love cafes where you go and you listen to music. They love art galleries. Anything that's beautiful, they love, And so if Taurus, I feel like the path that you're on is a good one right now for October. You start off October really doing good. Either you're going to go to a concert, or you're playing music, or you may be a musician and you're just enjoying, you're really enjoying it. And you're going to get, your dreams are literally going to come true. You will achieve your dreams. And you're very focused right now too, Taurus. You're very focused on a goal, meaning, you may have a little bit of blinders on and you're not really paying attention to what's going on around you, but, you're focused on getting somewhere. There's a couple of little, it's funny because this tree here is trying to distract this person, okay? And Taurus, you may have red hair, okay? You may have red hair. That's my feeling. If you're either a guy or girl, but it could be like shortish, middle, kind of mid, it's kind of short, on the short, even if it's a girl, kind of on the shorter side, red hair. And this, nothing can distract you. This tree is dangling these little gold coins in front of you, and you're like, no, get out of my way. I need to go someplace. And you're like, you have a vision for what you want. You may not know how to get there because this worm, it can be like, you're trying to guide this what I call this worm / serpent creature, and it looks kind of like you're having a difficult time of it, actually. So you may not know exactly where you're going, but you're going to get there, There's that quote from the movie Quigley Down Under. If you haven't seen it, it's an awesome movie. It's with Tom Selleck. And he says, don't know where I'm going, but there's no use being late, right? So and the thing is Tauruses generally are very slow moving. They do things at their own pace. They really plod along. But this represents some speed, Taurus. So you're going to pick up some speeds. Things are going to happen quicker than you imagine them to be happening. That's my feeling anyways. And you're really focused on stuff happening. You want things to happen. You're not sure where you're going yet. Maybe you do know where you're going. Maybe you're moving. Maybe you're planning a move. And you have that in the distance. Or maybe you're planning a career move and you've got that in the distance and that's what it is. Could be even the better relationship, someone that you want that's not who you're with, or, something like that. And it's in the distance and you're going for it and you're going to get there. You will. The foundation is actually the Empress. And the Empress, I was talking about this, I forget who got this, I think it was Pisces. I don't remember now. The Empress is also beauty and creativity and having this very powerful, beautiful magic. You are able right now to create something of yourself, So we got the sun and we got the star. So we've got this interesting, these two things. I'm going to compare them. We've got this star here. We've got this sort of star here. And I find that they're interesting because they're both like, she is creating, for using her, it's using your abilities and your gifts to create, to become a star. So the way for you to become a star is to use your abilities, your magic, your, even your psychic gifts, your intuition. You may be like someone that needs to do like horoscopes or like what I'm doing myself. You may need to do something like that or along that line. Be like, kind of like a guidance, like a counselor, like a teacher, like a healer. She's like a healer, She's like a Reiki person too. But she's got so much going for her. And she's abundant. She is really abundant. I mean, her basket is totally overflowing with fruit and vegetables and wheat. You know, she's got, you know, this garland, which to me represents like a marriage, strong marriage. She's got love. She's got a lot at her disposal to create something magical with her life. So I feel like Taurus is you're that kind of really trying to figure out what it is that you want to do with your life. And it's going to be amazing once it's finally put in place. Because you're on a beeline for it. Like, you've got this goal, and you're like, you're going to do it. And the funny thing is this mirror is reflecting that she is the star, right? And she is creating the star here. So she's the star, but she's creating the star. So it's like, okay, so this is what it is. So it's like you have to really merge the two together. You have to recognize your gifts and abilities and acknowledge that you are the star at the same time. So you need to like have a little bit of self-acceptance. You know, you're in denial, I feel, that you don't really recognize how amazingly beautiful you are. And you have the power to create something amazing with your life because of that beauty that's inside. You're touching me again, Taurus. You always get me every time. You know, you just do. I mean, it's just, that's what you need to do. So you need to realize you're both. You're the star. You have that beauty. You have that magic. You have that warmth and love. And you can heal others with that. And you need to accept that that's who you are. There's a certain level of acceptance there that needs to happen. But that is who you really are. And that is what you're meant, and with that, you're meant to create something else. You're meant to share that. But you're going to use it, and you're going to make it your own thing. And it's going to be amazing. Don't let anything hold you back from doing that. You know, for understanding that's what it is. And it's funny because you have this transformation card. You've got this, you know, you've got the death card, and this is the transformation card. This is, you know, being reborn. This is rising from the ashes. So basically, in the past, you've just come out of a point of like realization, like a revelation. You know, the lights went on. You're like, this is it. You know, I need to be doing this. And it's still, there's still some growth there. So if you don't know exactly what it is that you want to do, you just have an idea, it just needs to be changed. You know, whatever you're doing now needs to be changed. You know, it's in development. It's in the works. You have that fire energy, and the fire trine is going to give you that energy to do it. And then you've got, right where you're at right now is the Ten of Cups, which is gorgeous. It is the Passion card. I talked about this in Scorpio. This is, you know, the lovers. It's more than the lovers. It's passion. It's having it all. It's having romance, love, happiness, bliss. It is having like the, you know, it's not just the trifecta. It's having the quad. Okay, it's the quad, the mothership of romance and love. You know, and if it's not those things, it's a hot night. You know, it's a night where, you know, you're feeling sexy. You know, Tauruses are into love. You know, they're always sort of feeling sexy. They're a lot like Scorpios in this way, you know? And if it's been a long time, Taurus, you know, if it hasn't happened where you feel sexy, you haven't felt sexy for a while, you know, it's coming. You know, this is crowning you. So if you don't feel this way, you are going to feel this way shortly. And there's a lot of wealth there, too. This is wealth. You know, you're not going to have to worry about money. You know, maybe in the past you were worried about money. I don't see that, but, you know, money is on a lot of people's minds. So the only reason I say maybe in the past is there are things here that aren't shown. And I feel like maybe that's something. You know, Tauruses are constantly worried about security. And so that's why I say that. But, yeah, I don't see that you're going to have to worry about money in the future at all, actually. The only thing that concerns me is this woman here. This woman is what's right around the corner. If you haven't met her yet, if you don't know who this is, you will probably meet her. You could be her. Personally, I don't think that this is you, but it could be. The word bridezilla comes to my mind, and I've used that before. This is a strong woman. This is a bridezilla type person. It's weird. I think of this as a Capricorn or Aquarius person in your life. And she brings, it's like she is like the bitter winter, okay? And it's interesting because this is fall time, you know, and maybe you're thinking about the winter time. Maybe you're thinking about, you know, but I think the winds of change. She brings the winds of change. She wants things to change. She's seeking honesty and trust. She deserves no less. She's not going to settle for less. You know, others have hurt her before, so she's worried about getting hurt. You know, Taurus, I don't really feel like this is you. I feel like this is somebody that you're going to meet if you don't already know who this is already. You may come in contact with this person. And she may baffle you because Tauruses are very earthy, you know, and they're all about in the here and now and the practical. And this person is not in the here and now and the practical. She's a little bit bitter. She's gone through a lot. She's been hurt before. She's like the Capricorn that's gone through so much in the last year. And the Capricorn's just like really bitter. And it's just like, if you fuck with me, I'll fuck with you. Don't fuck with me. You know, that's who this is, you know. And the Taurus may recognize that this person, Taurus may realize that this person is just wanting something real. It's just wanting something true. And so the Taurus can actually see past her colder exterior and see that she does have a good heart. And maybe things kind of like, you know, but I feel like it'll take the Taurus a few minutes to figure this person out. You know, this person is a little bit tricky because you don't really know, because she has such a cold, she can be so bitter and she can be angry and she can be demanding, and she demands that people respect her. She demands better. Because she can be demanding, Tauruses are a little bit just like scared of her. People are a little bit scared of her. She does what she wants. She's a strong individual. She will not take shit from anyone. You know, this is not someone that you really want to mess with, Taurus. This is someone that, you know, Taurus, she will consider you an equal until you double cross her, until you lie to her. So guys, beware, okay? Guys, beware. If you're dating a girl and this seems to be like, you know, she's a Capricorn or Aquarius girl, you know, get to know her more. It takes time, I feel like, to get to know Capricorns and Aquarius. It takes time, especially for Capricorns. But Aquariuses are tricky as well. Tricky because they can seem very cold and distant and just like the bitter winter wind, you know, that's how they are. But on this inside, they have big hearts. And she will love you. When she is committed to you, she will fight for you. She will fight for your children. She is the female warrior incarnated, okay? And she doesn't mess around, and nobody wants to fight with her because she will end up winning. She will always win. This is someone who's had to struggle in life too. This is someone who's had to seriously go through a lot. This could be you, Taurus, but I feel like this is somebody else in your life that you know. She's had to go through a lot of heartbreaks in relationships. Maybe guys that have cheated on her. Maybe her family that's bothered her. Maybe, she just feels like a general lack of support. However, she still has it inside of her to love others, and she wants to be loved, even though she's so bitter. Okay, let's move on. Your emotional health here, where your emotions are, is what makes you happy is this money. It's money. But you got actually the 10 of Cups and the 9 of Cups in the same reading. Okay, the 10 and the 9. Okay, this is the ultimate. The 10 is like the ultimate emotional happiness and wealth. The 9 is actually the single person. So it's like, almost like some of you who are in a relationship, this is you, Taurus. And some of you who aren't in a relationship, this is you. Because this is a single guy. This is a single guy really enjoying his wealth, his prosperity, his freedom. He can come and go as he pleases. So Taurus, you may want to be this person. If you're a Taurus guy, you may seriously dream about just being single again. Because maybe there's a side of your wife that's like this, and you're not sure if you like it. And chances are you don't, because they kind of cut through things. You could be like a Taurus with like a Capricorn ascendant or something like that, or Aquarius moon or something. And that's where there's a different side of you, Taurus, that upsets your spouse. And so, emotionally, someone, you, it could be guy or girl in your life, whoever you are, is dreaming about emotional happiness and wealth on their own. They kind of thinking of like being single again. Dreaming of that, wanting that. But emotionally, you're happy. There's going into the second half of October, like really the last week and a half to 2 weeks of October, things are going to get, there may be, I was going to say, maybe in the middle, Taurus, you may have a fight. You may have an argument, with somebody that causes you some hurt. You're not sure about this person, or you just recognize that that's who's in your life, and you may come across this person mid-October. She can be negative, but it's more like just who she is a lot to deal with. It's just who she is, that's all. But yeah, so towards the end, it's going to be like a home stretch. It's like you're coming around the plate from third to home base, and you're cruising. You're just like really cruising. That's kind of how I see the end of your month going, which is awesome. And it makes a lot of sense because we've got this Mercury retrograde. The first week of the week or two of the Mercury retrograde, you're going to be really focused. You may be enjoying some music, going to some concerts. You may be really focused. And you may be like, you're focused on money and making money and, maybe paying the bills. You may have a little bit of a tricky time with this Queen of Swords person, or you may turn into the Queen of Swords person at some point because you're working so much and you become bitter. And then what's coming, but okay, so then the last week, what's coming towards you is the Page of Pentacles. It's this, potential for, financial security And it's that security that you're craving. And the universe is really supporting you in that. And it's interesting because we've got that. On the heels of that, we've got the big coin. The big wealth is where your attitude is. And this is, you being very prosperous. This is ultimately your goal. So maybe you're planning for retirement. Maybe you're thinking about, your future, your future finances, and you're really planning for that. But it's good fortune too. It's like, I don't want to say winning the lottery, Taurus, because I don't want to give you the wrong idea. I don't want to predict that you're going to win the lottery and then you sue me later for not winning it or something. It's that, financial good fortune. It's that fortune. It's like you're going to have, there's an element of luck that you're going to have in October. At the end of October, it's going to be a really lucky time for you. It's just luck, good fortune. And then this is an interesting card because this is the Ace of Swords. And, I wrote a little yes at the top. This is the sword where you make a choice and you choose yes. That's the decision you make. So, maybe you're going back and forth about what you should do, when you should do it, but you're going to choose yes. And there's an element of three things here. There's three other people. You're here. You're like the sword. I see it. You're the sword. You're trying to make a decision. And there's three other people around you in your family or your friends, some relationships. And maybe they're fighting about stuff. Maybe they're fighting over you. Maybe they're fighting about life. Maybe they're just squabbling, It could be some kind of love triangle. I'm not sure. I don't really feel like it's a love triangle. I feel like you're just making a choice. You're making a choice. You're going to choose yes. And it's going to lead to the field of butterflies, the field of happiness. It's just going to open up your world into like a magical kingdom, kind of. It's going to give you, I know it's going to sound so weird. Why am I saying that? It's going to create the positive energy in your life. And you're going to be really, really happy with the way things turn out. I feel like the three family members. That's my feeling. More than the triangle. It can be a love triangle. Don't get me wrong. But I feel like in this case, I'm really focused on these butterflies. Two of these three birds are very similar. They could be brothers. They could be sisters. They're different. But, they're brothers. Or they're sisters. And they've got some similar characteristics, They're your kids, And maybe there's some squabbling, some confusion. You got a house, it's a menagerie of pets and schedules and daily errands to do. But it's ultimately, you're going to end up really happy with this decision and this choice that you make at the end. So that's all that I'm really getting for right now. I feel like your head is in the right place, Taurus. And, you need to really focus on believing that this is you. And accepting that you're beautiful. And even if you have to write on the bathroom mirror, I am beautiful, do it. Have confidence. Have some confidence in yourself that you are that amazing star, that you are a star, and you have so much to offer the world. And you will. So, I send you lots of love, big hugs, big kisses, and I'll talk to you again soon. Stay tuned for my mid-October videos, my daily videos. And if you want to do a private reading with me, feel free to watch my video about pricing and payments and schedule.